Now our ABC News exclusive with Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne, their first TV interview since Ozzy's recovery from a major operation. Chris Conley sat down with them.
Ozzy Osbourne, often called the Prince of Darkness, has been a rock star for over 50 years. Through it all, his wife Sharon has stood by him, but now she is facing the hardest time of her life. Ozzy is very sick and getting worse every day. He suffers from Parkinson's disease, which causes his hands to shake and weakens his body. Despite undergoing multiple back surgeries, his condition hasn't improved much. He can no longer walk and now relies on a wheelchair. Doctors have said there's not much more they can do to help him. For more than 40 years, Sharon has not only been Ozzy's wife but also his manager, best friend, and now, effectively, his nurse. She helps him eat, get dressed, and stays by his side when he feels sad or scared. Despite his declining health, Sharon is planning something special for Ozzy, one final concert with his original band, Black Sabbath. The show is set for July 5th in Birmingham, England, the very city where Black Sabbath first rose to fame. Sharon knows this might be the last time Ozzy performs on stage, and she's working tirelessly to make it perfect. She's coordinating with doctors to ensure Ozzy's safety and is having a special chair made so he can sing while seated. The love story between Sharon and Ozzy began many years ago. Sharon first met Ozzy in 1970 when she was just 18 years old. Her father, a music manager, employed her as a secretary, and Ozzy was the lead singer of the rising band Black Sabbath, known for their dark and controversial songs. While others may have been wary of Ozzy, Sharon saw something special in him. She recognized his talent and believed in him. At the time, they didn't begin dating because Ozzy was married with 2 children. In 1979, a turning point came when Ozzy was kicked out of Black Sabbath due to excessive drinking and disruptive behavior. He was devastated and believed his music career was over. He locked himself in a hotel room, drinking heavily and sinking into despair. But Sharon didn't give up on him. She went to his room, told him he wasn't finished, and promised to help him become even more famous than before. That moment marked the beginning of both their love story and their enduring business partnership. Sharon played a crucial role in revitalizing Ozzy's career after he was kicked out of Black Sabbath. She helped him produce his first solo album in 1980, Blizzard of Oz, which included the hit song, Crazy Train. The album was a major success, and Sharon managed every detail of Ozzy's concerts and business affairs, proving herself to be an exceptional manager. Under her guidance, Ozzy became even more famous as a solo artist than he had been with Black Sabbath. In 1982, Sharon and Ozzy got married and went on to have 3 children, Amy, Kelly, and Jack. While managing Ozzy's career, Sharon also devoted herself to raising their family, often serving as the strong, stabilizing force when life got chaotic. Ozzy became known for his outrageous onstage behavior, including the infamous incident where he bit the head off a real bat during a concert, an accident that gained widespread attention. Sharon managed to turn even these controversies into publicity opportunities, further boosting Ozzy's fame. In 2002, the family entered a new phase of celebrity with their reality TV show The Osbournes. Viewers loved the show for its humor and authenticity, and Sharon stood out for her wit, strength, and charm. However, behind the fame, Ozzy's health began to decline. In 2003, he had a serious ATV accident while riding on their property in England. He broke several ribs, his collarbone, and severely injured his spine. Sharon rushed him to the hospital, where doctors had to insert metal rods into his back to support his spine. Although he survived, the rods caused him chronic pain and complications later on. In 2019, another major setback occurred when Ozzy fell at their home in Los Angeles. The fall shifted the metal rods in his back, triggering intense nerve pain that never fully went away. Despite multiple surgeries, none brought lasting relief. That same year, Sharon announced the heartbreaking news that Ozzy had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a progressive condition that affects the brain and makes movement increasingly difficult. His hands shook, he struggled to walk, and he often felt exhausted. Sharon remained composed when she shared the diagnosis publicly, insisting it wouldn't kill him but acknowledging that it would make life much harder. She was right. The disease weakened Ozzy significantly, and he became dependent on her for nearly everything. Between 2019 and 2023, Ozzy underwent 7 surgeries on his spine. Each time, Sharon held on to hope that he might regain his strength, but sadly, the surgeries only left him weaker. After the final operation in late 2023, doctors told them there was nothing more they could do. Sharon watched her husband change from a wild rock star who once jumped around on stage to a man who couldn't even stand without help. It broke her heart, but she never let Ozzy see how much it hurt her. She always stayed positive and strong for him. Ozzy, in turn, hated not being able to care for himself. He felt like a burden to Sharon and their family, but she never made him feel that way. Instead, she constantly reassured him that he was still her king and that she loved taking care of him. By 2024, Ozzy was no longer able to tour. Sharon had to announce that his body was simply too weak for concerts, a devastating moment for them both. Music had always been Ozzy's life. He loved being on stage and making people happy with his songs. Despite his physical struggles, he managed to release a new album in 2022 titled Patient No. 9, working with legends like Jeff Beck. Sharon was incredibly proud of him, but she could see the pain he endured even while just sitting in the studio. In 2025, Sharon had to deliver more heartbreaking news. Ozzy could no longer walk at all and now relied completely on a wheelchair. He needed help with every basic task: eating, getting dressed, and moving around the house. Sharon became his full-time nurse in addition to being his wife. Their children, Kelly and Jack, stepped in to support both parents. Kelly often visits and blasts Ozzy's old music to lift his spirits, while Jack built a music studio in their home so Ozzy could continue recording while sitting down. The whole family rallied together, working as a team to care for him and support Sharon. Sharon admits that watching Ozzy grow sicker is the hardest thing she's ever faced. After more than 40 years together, she can't imagine life without him, but she refuses to give up. That's why she's organizing a special concert for July 2025. She reached out to Tony Iommi, Ozzy's longtime bandmate from Black Sabbath, and asked if they could reunite for one final show. At first, Tony was hesitant, worried about Ozzy's fragile condition. But when Ozzy heard about the plan, he said he wanted to do it. Now Sharon is pouring all her energy into making it happen. She's consulting doctors about his medication and comfort needs during the show and commissioning a custom throne so Ozzy can sit while performing, looking like a king on stage. The concert is scheduled to take place at Villa Park in Birmingham, a fitting location for what may be Ozzy's last performance in the city where it all began. That's where Black Sabbath first became famous, and fans are already incredibly excited for the upcoming show. Tickets sold out within just a few hours, and many are calling it the greatest heavy metal farewell concert ever. Sharon knows this may be the last time anyone will see Ozzy perform live, and she wants it to be perfect, not just for him, but for their family and for the millions of fans who have loved his music for decades. She's involved in every detail, determined to make sure nothing goes wrong. Some days, when they rehearse at home, Ozzy seems like his old self again. His voice still sounds strong when he sings classics like Iron Man and Paranoid. Sharon watches him during those moments, feeling both proud and heartbroken. Proud that he's still fighting, and heartbroken because she knows this is probably the final chapter. Other days are much harder. Sometimes Ozzy forgets the lyrics to songs he's performed thousands of times. Parkinson's disease is affecting not just his body but also his memory. Sharon helps him remember, but it often brings her to tears. Ozzy also experiences deep bouts of depression. He'll sometimes sit in silence for hours, not speaking to anyone. During those moments, Sharon stays by his side, telling him stories from their life together to cheer him up. She reminds him of the funny and wild things they did when they were younger, trying to pull him out of the darkness. Sharon hardly sleeps anymore. Her mind is constantly on Ozzy, worrying about his health, his emotions, and the concert. She drinks coffee just to stay awake and alert, and the stress has caused her to lose weight. Still, she refuses to let anyone else take care of him. The doctors have warned her that Ozzy's body is nearing its limit, and they don't believe he has much time left. That only strengthens Sharon's resolve to make this final concert perfect. She wants the world to remember Ozzy not as a frail man in a wheelchair, but as the legendary performer who changed rock music forever. Fans from around the world are making their way to Birmingham for the show. Some are already camping outside the venue, even though the concert is still months away. They're holding on to the chance to witness what may be one of the most emotional and unforgettable moments in heavy metal history. Fans around the world are already showing their love and support, holding up signs that say, Ozzy forever, and singing his songs in the streets. When Sharon sees videos of these heartfelt tributes on social media, she often breaks down in tears, deeply moved by how much Ozzy means to so many people. She has been the one who saved him time and time again. When Black Sabbath fired him, she helped launch his solo career. When he battled alcoholism, she stood by him and helped him recover. When he suffered accidents and injuries, she cared for him day and night. And now, she's trying to save him once more, by giving him one last moment of glory on stage. The concert on July 5th will be bittersweet for Sharon. It will bring her joy to see Ozzy perform one final time, but in her heart, she knows it may be a farewell. After more than 40 years together, she's not ready to let him go, yet she understands that she might have to very soon. Through all the chaos, fame, and now illness, Sharon's love for Ozzy has never wavered. She has proven that true love means standing by someone through everything, the highs and the lows, the joy and the pain. Their story is a testament to the power of love and loyalty, showing that when two people truly care about each other, they can overcome anything. This final concert isn't just about music, it's Sharon's last gift to Ozzy and to all the fans who have supported them through the years. No matter what happens, she is determined to fight for him until the very end, because that's what real love means.